Welcome, race fans, to the SimWorld Racing Network's presentation of the Quick Finishers Racing League. This is the QFRL 181 from New Hampshire. I am your host, David Hillbilly Hara. In the booth with me, as always, David Lerfano. David, how's it going, man?
Hey, not too bad. Good to be back in the booth once again.
Yeah, man, we missed out last week. You know, I had some things going on and couldn't make it last week, unfortunately, so we do apologize for that. The guys raced at Iowa, and I believe you were in that race. You were a special guest, getting an opportunity to race with the drivers of the Quick Finishers Racing League, and I think you took them to school, did you not?
Well, without having the broadcast, it gave me the opportunity to jump in and turn some laps with these guys over here at QFRL. Had a blast. Yeah, kind of ran away with it there off and on. Yeah, it was good to get a victory one way or the other.
Absolutely. Well, listen, we're at a 1 mile track here tonight. Very difficult track. These corners are they're progressive banking, but they're still, it's like you're going from, 2 degrees in the corner to like 6 degrees in the corner or something along those lines. So it's really not a whole lot. What's going to be the key to getting around this track tonight?
Yeah, it's all about your corner entries and exits. The cars get really slick on exit, especially more so I find off of turn 4 tends to get really slick. It's not your traditional line either. A lot of these guys you'll see throughout the night, they kind of diamond these corners. They kind of run in on the bottom, drift it up a little bit, and then bring it off on the bottom. So it's a little bit different, tricky place to get around for sure.
Yeah, and you mentioned it being kind of slick on exit, and with these temperatures of 111 degree track temperature, we're likely to see some of these cars start to spin those rear tires on exit. I know we raced this in the All American Racing League that you and I run in. There were quite a few incidents. I know this is one of my favorite tracks on the service, and did not have a very good showing for myself, as found that very difficult to get up off these corners as the race went on.
Yeah, tire wear does become somewhat of an issue here as well. So yeah, it's going to be about managing, especially if you watch some of these drivers, which I'm sure we'll get some good in-car shots of these guys. A lot of them are downshifting. They're running fourth gear. And a lot of them are downshifting into third. So if you got to be real careful in third gear on corner exit 2, you're giving it a lot more RPM and a lot more chance for the car to want to step out on you.
Yeah, well, Dave, tonight's race, they've got 5 sets of tires. They got a couple opportunities for stage breaks. We're going to have three stages. First stage is going to end at the end of lap 42. We'll throw a caution flag, and then the second stage will end at the end of lap 111. And then they'll run it out to lap 181. So you've got a 70 lap run coming in that last run. Fuel mileage is about 55 laps ish. I guess that would be 55 miles as well. But yeah, so that's about where you can go on fuel with the 60% fuel. So it's going to be interesting to see what these drivers, the strategies they try to use, or does a caution come out and change everything, right?
Yeah, cautions definitely throw a wrench into the mix, especially if you get a strategy in your head, like most drivers do going into these long races. It can definitely shake things up.
Yeah, and they talk about the left front wearing the most, which is a little odd. Usually you think of it being the right front, but here at this track especially, you tend to drag that left front up the track, causing the most of the wear is what I'm getting from drivers here. But Dave, can you give us a quick rundown of what the top 5 are in points going into this race?
Yeah, so going into this race right now, your current point leader is James Nelson. He's got a 9-point lead over second place of Curtis Sobran. Third place is going to be Kenneth Pack. Looks like tied for third, so it would be Eric Thornton as well, which unfortunately, Eric Thornton will not be here tonight, so that'll change a little bit in the points. So they're tied for third and fourth. Fifth will go to Michael Kurgelak at the moment.
Yeah, so it's going to be a tight battle here as we're getting closer to the midway point of the season. We're at the midway point of the season here. This will be race 18, I believe, which will set us up to have just another, I believe, 8 races? Yeah, 8 races to get to the playoffs. So should be interesting to watch. But right now, we're going to go ahead and jump down trackside for our pre-race presentation. We'll be right back with you in just a few. Please rise if you're able and remove your hat as the United States Navy Band performs our national anthem. Thanks again to our United States Naval Band for their rendition of the national anthem. Qualifying, getting underway here at New Hampshire. Did you get any lobsters in New Hampshire? I know you got them up in your part of the neighborhood, Dave, but
yeah, lobsters all over the Northeast.
I like some lobster, let me tell you. But let's see what we've got as far as qualifying efforts that are underway here. We see Chris Essery currently sitting on the pole here with a lap of 31:54. See if I can get us some. Steinhoff with a 31:59, followed by Zulu at a 31:72. Benny Campbell timing in at a 31:86. Curtis Sauber with a 31:96. Okay, Zulu jumps to the top with a 31:50. Good lap there. Clayton Cyrus up to 5th with a 31:90. Gregory Robinson timing in 8th position with a 32:02. James Nelson right behind him and with a 32:11. Michael Boone, which was one of the fastest in practice, not a really good lap on his first lap there. Timing in at a 33:05, and he has stopped on track. I'm not sure what's going on there.
Kenneth Pack on track to start lap number 1.
Kenneth Pack rocking the Prisma Health number 16 Chevrolet, celebrating 100 years. Pack jumps to 5th with a 31:88. See what he can do here on his second lap. If he can pick it up just a bit. Runs a very, very high line there. Second lap is a little faster to 31:82. All right, we have 3 drivers, I believe, electing not to qualify. Tyrone Yo, Tommy Osborne, and Michael Bovair, as qualifying is coming to an end here just shortly. And we'll get ready to stack these cars up on the grid and get this thing underway for 181 laps here in the QFRL 181 from New Hampshire Motor Speedway.
Yeah, this is a very, very challenging track for these drivers, and like I've always said, there's no other track like this on the circuit. Very flat, flat track, so traction is hard to come by.
Yeah, you know, we saw the Cup race. If you guys watched NASCAR, they ran this in the rain, which was kind of cool. Finished the race on rain tires, which, you know, they've been known to start them on rain tires from time to time, but they decided to go ahead and run this one out and finish it on rain tires, which was an interesting scenario. We won't have any rain, even though there's rain in the sim now. We won't have any rain here today. It's not quite yet ready for the NASCAR style cars.
That will end qualifying as cars are hitting the grid.
All right, your pole sitter is Zulu in the pink and black Toyota, number 98. Chris Essery, outside row, starting in second. Ryan Steinhoff starts third with Kenneth Pack to his outside. Benny Campbell starts in row 3 inside there in fifth position. Clayton Cyrus in sixth. Curtis Sauber will start seventh with Michael Kerjelak in eighth. Gregory Robinson ninth. James Nelson will start outside row 5 in 10th. 11th will be Lee Walter Huber. Tyler Nelson to his outside. And if we roll back just a little bit more here in our grid, can we do that? Okay, there we go. We'll do it this way. So yeah, it's going to be Tyler Nelson. Michael Boone will start 13th. Michael Bover 14th. 15th will be Tommy Osborne with Tyrone Yo rounding out the field in 16th position.
Yeah, and I know Tyrone Yo had been a little bit under the weather the last few days, so good to see him make it here tonight.
We know Catalin in the chat. We know she's pretty happy seeing that 98 pink and black machine on the pole for tonight's race. So already fast, Catalin.
And here we go.
Off. So as always, the first start will be on the flagman. Any caution flags that come out, you know, at the stage breaks, or, you know, if there is some type of issue on track, the leader will have the restart control in the restart zone. If and when those events happen. Pull those seat belts a little tight, drivers. Just a little tighter. Make sure that wheel's on good and tight. And we're about to go racing. Barney has the green flag in hand as the cars are coming through turn 3. Pace car should dip off pit road here. Green flag is in the air.
Yeah, good start for Zulu right there. Going to pull away by 2 or 3 car lengths into 1. Steinhoff and Essery still side by side down the backstretch.
Saw the 16 scraped the wall there a little bit on the straightaway. Oh, looks like the 75, or I'm sorry, the 85 way up the track. Manages to keep it out of the wall. '74 of Steinhoff really gained a lot through the turn there to pull in on the back of the 98.
16 around on the backstretch. Looks like he caught it.
Tyrone Yo was showing crashed. What happened there?
16 of Kenneth Back had a big bobble off of 2. Lost a lot of spots here.
Yeah, so
all the way back to 12th.
Michael Bover and Tyrone had an issue. We're going to see if we can catch that replay right quick. Both able to continue on, but let's see what happened here. We watch this 48. So the 48 just gets loose right there, and and Tyrone steers right to miss him, and he noses it into the wall a little bit. Tyrone Yo has brought his car down pit road. He must have got some severe damage there. Maybe he got the meatball and had to bring it in. So the 98 of Zulu pulling away now by about 4 to 5 car lengths over Ryan Steinhoff, Benny Campbell, Chris Essery, and Curtis Auburn.
Big bobble for Steinhoff, 2 off of 2. Gonna drop a bunch of spots here.
Oh, trouble. The 20 is involved. 20 and the 74. Both able to keep going without the caution flag. This is what happens down on the grass like that, folks. When it happens down on the grass like that, iRacing will not throw a caution for that. Oh, the 98 gets their leader gets really, really loose. Got it sideways and was able to straighten it back up. Still holds on to the lead by quite a large number, as the 27 is now working on that 22 for second position. Benny Campbell always a threat at these shorter tracks. Now this isn't, I don't know, David, do you consider a 1 mile track a short track? I mean, in comparison to Daytona, sure, but
yeah. I mean, it kind of races like a short track, so I call it a short track.
The race is like, it looks like, it quacks like a duck, looks like, yeah, whatever that saying is, must be a duck. Yeah, walks like a duck, quacks like a duck. Yeah,
must be a duck.
The 27 now under fire by the 54, Curtis Auburn. Curtis Auburn just drives by the 27 on the outside. 27 must have got a little bit loose there or something, because he got past like he was sitting still. James Nelson on the number 75 AutoServe machine up 1 spot from where he started to 9th, but right behind him and moving through this field up 5 spots so far is Tommy Osborne in that one. He started tail into the field, last row right beside Tyrone Yo, and has just walked this thing through the field.
Yeah, now Chris Essery putting a little pressure on the 98 of Zulu. He's been able to run him down here in the last couple laps.
As we are 8 laps into this 181 lap race. You know, and like I said, we saw the 98 get all kind of sideways there early on. Now he's getting pressure by the 22. 22 looking to the inside of the 98. I just wonder if that didn't maybe get his tires heated up a bit.
Right now, a little bit of contact off of 4, no harm, no foul. 22 is going to try to get back to the inside of Zulu.
Curtis Auburn, though. Curtis Auburn is on a run and try to make his way to the outside of that 22.
Yeah, the 54 is bringing that 27
3
with
wide.
him.
Stacking him 3 wide. Okay. 22, new leader, Chris Essery. Takes over that top spot from Zulu, who's now under fire by the 54 of Sauber. Sauber now looking to his inside. Can he make it stick? They touch. 54 gets sideways. 27's going to take advantage of it. Moves around the 54 to take over the 3rd position, Benny Campbell.
Yeah, so that's going to knock Sauber back a couple spots there as he slides to the 4th position after that. Zulu trying to get back to the inside of Essery here through turns 1 and 2. Can't quite make it happen. Now the 27 is looking for a way around Zulu as well.
Kenneth Pack working to the inside of the 19 of Kerjelak. Whoa, 19 of Kerjelak. We're battling door to door for the 6th position. Smokey Robinson was able to get around them both a little earlier on, moving him up to 5th position, up 4 spots from where he started. Now the 5 of Michael Boone working to the outside of this 1 of Tommy Osborne. He's going to make his way around Tommy to go ahead and take over that 10th, or check that 9th position.
Now your leaders here are closing in on the slower car of Michael Bovair. About maybe 4 or 5 car lengths off the back bumper of Bovair right now. So Esri is trying to put that 48 car lap down, and he will here as the 48 moves up out of the way.
Yeah, good move by Bovair, just to kind of put the car up on the high side there, stay safe and out of the way, as to not affect these leaders. He knows he's running just a bit slower tonight, has had a couple of issues already, and the car maybe just not to his liking here at New Hampshire.
Curtis Sovereign in the 54 able to get by Benny Campbell. So move Sovereign back up to that 3rd position.
Oh, 54 gets into the 48, and around goes the 54. He gets it going in the right direction again. Still no caution. Your leader in the number 22, Chris Essery, starting to pull away about a little over a second over Zulu at the moment. Benny Campbell in 3rd, Gregory Robinson 4th, Kenneth Pack now back up to 5th position. Curtis Sovereign with that little hiccup drops all the way back to that 8th spot. As we are just 16 laps into this race, this 42 lap stage here. Clean and green thus far. We're going to hope to keep it that way.
So Gregory Robinson and Kenneth Pack are battling out here for the 4th position. Kenneth is caught Robinson. Ooh, Kenneth gets a little loose off turn 2.
Yeah, Dave, from my view, I just saw the 48 like fly around him. I really couldn't tell the 16 was loose, but it's very strange. But yeah, it can happen so quick here, as we were saying. You know, this track is slick. At the current weather, track temperature's down a couple of degrees, down to 109. So, yeah, just slick, man, just slick out there. Again, flat track, a lot of power, and now you're starting to get a little bit of wear on your tires here, 18 laps in. A little bit of heat in them. And as we mentioned,
so far everybody's been slipping, sliding off these corners. So everyone's fighting the same problem right now, including your leader, as I see him kind of wiggle a little bit there on the exit of 2. So they're all fighting the same problems right now.
Yeah, as we mentioned, Dave, that they're dragging that left front a lot, and if you start getting that, and then the grip starts going away from it, then you're leaning on your right front. Is the only tire really giving you any grip at all.
Battle for the 2nd position. Benny Campbell gets to the inside of Zulu down through the front stretch into 1.
Looks like the 27 is going to make that pass. Gregory Robinson now trying to look to get to the back of Zulu. Can't quite make it happen just yet.
It looks like Zulu's really starting to struggle here as these tires start to wear and gain heat. Having a real hard time keeping that car straight off the corners. Meanwhile, Chris Essery enjoys almost a 4-second lead right now over Benny Campbell.
Yeah, I was noticing that, Dave. That's a pretty big lead here early on for our leader. We got a battle for the third spot as the 3. Oh, the 3's underneath. They make contact. Makes contact with the 98. 98 able to hold on to it. Move Gregory Robinson on up to that third spot. I don't think any of this contact is intentional. I just think you got one driver trying to go to the inside, another driver on the outside gets a little bit loose, as we just see the 19 get loose off the corner, and then you just start banging doors there a little bit. It's probably
yellow was out. Big wreck somewhere.
Curtis SWRN had an issue. James Nelson goes off track as he passed Curtis SWRN. Let's go back and see.
Yeah, it looks like Tommy Osborne had a problem. Bolbert, SWRN.
Okay, let's watch this 75 here as he goes around the 54.
The 54 just got loose and nowhere for the 75 to go, or the 48, or the 1.
Oh, yeah. Go back and see if we can see this from another angle.
And the 5 was collected as well.
Chris Essery's on pit road, just so you know the leaders are coming down. Oh, yeah, these guys just didn't have anywhere to go. All right, as we have pit stops underway, this is the Quick Finishers Racing League, the QFRL 181 from New Hampshire. Pit stops happening now. Had some drivers stay out. Benny Campbell stays out. About half the field stays out, half the field comes down. You got Benny Campbell, Gregory Roberts, Michael Kergelake, Kenneth Pack, James Nelson, Tyler Nelson, and Clayton Cyrus stay out.
So it looks like Chris Essery took fuel only. Zulu is taking 4 tires. Let's see what Steinhoff does. Steinhoff is taking tires as well. Curtis SWRN taking tires. Huber's taking tires.
I think tires was a good option here, to be honest. I mean, you're 25 laps into a 42-lap run. I don't think staying out is going to benefit these guys all that much. I think they're going to get eaten alive here.
Yeah, they probably will. I think a lot of these drivers here at the front are thinking long-term. You're limited on tire sets, so these drivers have an additional 5 sets of tires. So we'll see how it plays out, but a lot of these drivers probably hoping to save a set in case we get something late in the going, and tires would be handy at that moment.
Yeah, without a doubt. It's that's why we're in the booth and not on the track tonight. And these strategy calls are crazy that these crew chiefs are having to make, and a lot of times the driver is the crew chief here in the Quick Finishers Racing League. I don't know if anybody has another person doing their crew stuff, but they may. You can set that up. It's pretty cool here in the sim how you can do that. You can have spotters. You can have real-life spotters, real-life crew chiefs to make all the changes on your car for you. All you have to think about is driving the car. But I don't know that anyone here is electing to do that, but just thought I would let the folks at home know.
And we're only going to have probably, what's the stage? 42, so we're going to have, probably 13, 14 laps to go once they get back going here. So short little run here to the end of stage number 1.
Yeah, the first set of tires is going to restart in 9th position, and that's going to be Zulu. So we'll see how far he can rebound from 9th. Now, he had already fallen back to, the 5th position, I believe? 4th or 5th there, because Gregory Robinson had gotten around him. So I think it was 4th. So we'll see if he can get back at least to the 4th position here if the tire gamble pays off. I look for the 98 to be very aggressive here on 4 tires, though. It's going to have quite a bit more grip than these other guys. And a sense of urgency to get further up. Excuse me. Further up within the top 10 for those stage points.
Yeah, absolutely. As they're working through turns 3 and 4, looking for the green flag.
As we ride along with the 27, Benny Campbell, he's going to fire it off here in the Geico restart zone. Hammers down and away we go. Restart in 2nd gear there. He heads off down into turn 1.
Yeah, side by side, door to door behind them, 3 rows deep.
Oh, we saw a lot of change through the field there. Oh,
5
someone
up
is in the
high
wall.
into the wall there. That'd be Clayton Cyrus. Now you get Steinhoff trying to shoot the middle. He thinks better of that.
Oh, Curtis Sauber almost down and into the 20 as he's trying to get around the 85. Trying to take it 3 wide up the middle. Oh, the 3 gets really loose. 19 has to check up. 16's able to go by on the outside to take over the second spot. Move Kenneth back to P2.
Zulu's kind of got clear of some of this mess back here. Like you said, he's the first car on fresh tires, so let's see what he does here, trying to march back through the field. They're 3 wide back here through turns 1 and 2.
So I'm wondering if some of these guys play billiards, Dave. Because early on in this run, they're showing they got some really big balls.
Oh, Zulu into the 22 a little bit, 22 up the hill.
Well, my joke didn't stick.
There's just so much action going on right now on this restart. Yeah, well, if they're play billiards, they like hitting the bumpers a lot.
Getting a lot of spin on that ball. 54 now looking to the inside of the 19. Zulu has already rebounded to 5th position here, Dave, on those fresh tires, so they're working out for him.
Yeah, he's definitely got a lot of speed in that car with these fresh tires right now.
And still 10 more laps to go before the staging. Curtis Sauber hounding away at him. Curtis Sauber also was down pit road. He had a very, very long pit stop. Looks like he may have had a penalty there. Possibly. Or, oh no, may have got some damage corrected, because he was in a few little incidents. Now into the inside of Zulu, trying to take over that 5th spot.
Oh, rubbing on each other off at turn 4. Zulu's going to maintain that position at the line.
Hey, Curtis, you just got that damage fixed, bud. making ways with those fresh tires, trying to use them up. If you're gonna use a set of tires early here, Dave, you got to get everything out of them in this short run because you're definitely going to take them lap 42.
Yeah,
the pack was way high up the track there. But I don't know. I think that was his line. That was just insanely close to the wall, but gets a really good run down the back stretch there, or front stretch. Excuse me. Again, running up in that 3rd and 4th lane. May have touched the wall there on exit.
3 down across the track, across S3. Caution is out. For the 3 of Gregory Robinson. Gets loose off of turn 2. Kind of slid down into the nose of the 22.
Yeah, and it looks like this starts... Yeah, under throttle up off the corner, gets up toward the wall there and just loses it. Comes down to 22, gets a little piece of it. It didn't look like a whole lot of damage on the 3, so I don't think it was a very hard hit, but a hit nonetheless. Benny Campbell is your leader with Kenneth Pack in 2nd, James Nelson 3rd, Curtis Sauber 4th, and Zulu rounding out your top 5 here on lap 35 of 42 in this stage. So, Dave, we're going to have a restart here and maybe just a couple laps to the to the stage caution.
Yeah, it looked like Benny, he tried faking him out. I thought Campbell was coming to pit road, but they're going to stay on the game plan here.
It looks like Essery and Osborne and Nelson and Robinson, of course, are all in.
Yeah, Essery probably had a little bit of damage there from that last incident.
Yeah, he's got some damage to his right front, it looks like.
Looks like the lucky dog is going to go to Tyrone Yo.
Yeah, Tyrone getting a lap back here. I believe that'll move him to 1 lap down as he just got one of his. Yes, that puts Tyrone Yo just 1 lap down. So in a couple laps, Dave, Tyrone potentially will be back on the lead lap. As we'll have another caution no sooner than we restart this one. Thank you for joining us here on the SimWorld Racing Network. We appreciate you watching here, and as always, if you don't mind, if you're enjoying yourself, smash that thumbs up button. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. If you're already subscribed, subscribe again. Subscribe for a friend. Whatever. But ring that notification bell so you don't miss any of the action here on SimWorld Racing Network, as we have racing here 3 nights a week with the All-American Racing League Truck Series on Sundays, the All-American Racing League Cup Series on Tuesday nights, and the Quick Finishers Racing League, which you're watching here tonight, every Friday night.
And thank you to everybody in the chat. So, Catalin, thanks for joining us again. 3 Wide Middle, we know who that is. Thanks for joining. Lauren Huber, first time seeing that name. I'm going to go out on a limb here, Hillbilly. I'm going to say she's related to Lee Walter Huber. What do you think?
Nah, it can't be.
No, you could be right.
20 and 78. All right. Yeah, and 3 Wide Middle says this is a flat track. 3 Wide Middle will be out here just walking the field if he was racing tonight. So.
Yeah, thank you to everybody joining in.
Absolutely.
Keep on chatting. I am watching the chat, so. Yeah, we're gonna have a restart here with just a handful of laps to go. This is gonna kind of be wild here. We've seen what these restarts have done so far, so I expect 3 wide, 4 wide, hell, maybe even 5 wide. I don't know.
Yeah, you've got Curtis and Zulu 4th and 5th right now on the fresher tires. It's gonna be one of those hold my beer and watch this moments. This is liable to get really crazy here, Dave.
Yeah, we got playoff point on the line. We've got stage points on the line. Looks like they're going to come to the restart on lap 39. So just 3 laps here to get those points.
The Mobile One number 27 will bring us to the Geico restart zone as the pace car will dip off pit road here. As soon as the 27 fires off, this thing will get going. And once again, what happened to Benny Campbell?
A little blinky blink, but he is back.
There we are.
Into the restart zone. Green is out.
He
Benny
wastes
Campbell having
16. The 27 did not get going.
Still not going for the 27.
The
not sure if he was.
Yikes.
Not sure if Benny was in the wrong gear. Looks like the 16 is going to give that position back.
To avoid a penalty. I'm not sure he jumped the restart, though, Dave. I believe that would have been on the 27, just not getting going. I mean, they were in the Geico restarts.
75 up into the wall, 5 into him. A mess back here.
3 wide.
3 wide. 3 wide at the back.
Make me nervous.
Oh, boy. Benny Campbell, your leader. Curtis SWRN on those fresher tires, going to try to run him down and steal a playoff point if he can.
Yeah, those are really valuable once you get into the playoffs. We do know that Curtis will be in the playoffs with victories already this season.
I don't know. Benny's doing a heck of a job here on the older tires, holding off the 54. Just a couple laps here to go in stage number 1.
Yeah, Curtis just able to roll the center so much quicker. But I think line the 27's running is giving him a great run down the straightaways.
I think Curtis is really charging the corner, and he gets through the center all right, but he loses it off. He can't quite get that car pointed and driving off the corner. And that's where he's losing most of his time is on corner exits.
Yes, this is the final lap here of the stage. We should get the stage caution once they get back around to the start-finish line for your leader, Benny Campbell. Looks like he's going to be able to hold off Curtis SWRN if he can make it through 3 and 4 down here.
Oh, no. The 20 into the 16. 16 around. Yellow is out.
Oh.
no, this
Yikes.
should be our stage caution.
Oh no, not good for the 20 or the 16. Let's see what happened here as your stage winner was Benny Campbell. Curtis Auburn second, Ryan Steinhoff third, Zulu brings it home fourth, Tommy Osborne fifth, Michael Kerjlak sixth, seventh was Gregory Robinson,
Ooh, the
eighth was
20.
James Nelson. Yeah. Whoa. Let's back it up.
20, 20 just got loose off of 2 and unfortunately collected the 16.
Yeah, he was kind of to his outside there. Yep, and just gets loose, hooks the 16. 05 gets a piece of it. 75 may have got a little piece of it there. Yeah, same thing we've been seeing all night, Dave. It's tough to get around this track. As the 27 leads them down pit road.
Everybody on pit road for 4 tires and fuel. While these drivers are making a pit stop, I am going to make a pit stop of my own, and I will be right back.
Sure, we'll follow all the action while you're gone, Dave. As we see the 27 bring it into his box. Looks like he's clean in. Not seeing oh no, the 27 slid through his box. I called that too soon. Has to back up. That's going to be costly. As the 54 just takes fuel only and back out on track. Chris Essery did not come down. Kenneth Pack putting 4 tires on. Looks like James Nelson maybe getting some damage repaired there, or maybe a hole. He's still sitting there. As is Michael Boone. 16 is away. Boone is away. The 75 auto serve machine of James Nelson still sitting on pit road. He's going to go a lap down to the leaders here if he doesn't get going. I'm not sure he's going to beat the pace car out. Oh, yes, he does get away. Okay. Just in time. Chris Essery is your leader in the number 22 machine with Curtis Auburn in second, Zulu in third, Ryan Steinhoff fourth, and Benny Campbell drops back with that slide through the pits, drops back to the 5th position. So to give you guys at home a little bit, so that slide that the 27 made through his pit box made his pit lane time 45 seconds to say Zulu's 42.12 second stop. Now, Chris Essery has a little bit older tires. He was down on lap 36 caution, took his 4 tires then when he was getting that damage repaired. So elected not to come down this time by. So when we stack them up and get ready to go here on about lap 46 or 47, we're going to run it out to lap 111 for the next caution, providing that it stays green. The next stage will end at lap 111. Shout out to Tyrone Yo, as Tyrone Yo will be back on the lead lap, I believe, here. I believe he was our lucky dog. That number 2 machine.
Yeah, so they are stacked up 2 by 2.
Dave, the 27, I was just like I just said he got into his box clean, and then I realized, no, he had to back up. So that cost him a little bit of time on pit road, dropping him back to, I believe, the 5th position there. And Chris Essery was down on lap 36 for his tires, but he's going to be your leader and in control of this restart as the pace car dips off. Fires off in the Geico restart zone. 22 gets up to a great jump over the 54 and the 98. '98 and 54 battle side by side. 54 has the preferred line there on the outside, able to use that momentum to get off, kind of hold the 98 down a little bit. 98 now working back to his inside as they head off into 3. James Nelson, who spent a long, long time. I mean, he's 56 seconds in his box there. I guess getting some damage repaired, possibly. Maybe a penalty. Not really sure. I mean, that looks like possibly a 40-second penalty on top of, but I just don't know. I didn't see the damage to his vehicle, but he has been in a few skirmishes so far. Rhea Robinson looking to the inside of the 74, trying to take away that 5th position from Steinhoff. Steinhoff battling back to the outside on exit. Side by side as they head down the backstretch. Three washes up just a little bit. Able to hold on to it as the 27 is now to the inside of Zulu. Rhea Robinson able to get on by Steinhoff. Oh, and then he slips up, and Steinhoff's able to just surge back on the outside.
75 of James Nelson down through the grass on the backstretch, gathers it up, back on track. Yeah, Chris Essery, your leader, but the 54 Curtis Auburn is closing the gap ever so slightly here.
Yeah, Dave, the 75 just got up and I guess was about to touch or hit the 05, and it looks like he may have put a little more wheel into it to avoid hitting him on the exit there as he was pushing up, and that's what caused him to spin and go down through the grass there, but no harm, no foul. 54 now putting pressure on the 22 of Essery. We'll try to do a ride along with the 54 of Curtis Dale Auburn at the conclusion of stage 2 here, lap 111. We'll try to do a ride along, get him to explain what he's feeling inside the car, take us through the gears there, and show us what it's like to, from his helmet cam, to ride around this track. I say ride around like they're doing nothing, right, Dave?
Doing a whole lot of holding your breath.
That is a fact. You know, and this is a track, if you're running that, which a lot of these drivers do, run a direct drive wheel, which has a lot of force to it, almost like driving a real race car. Some of them you can actually set to that amount of torque, I guess, against your arms. That steering, that having to wheel this thing as much as they're having to keep these cars, you know, the car underneath them, can play havoc on your shoulders over the length of 181 laps.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Definitely cause some exhaustion, you know, especially since we're not trained athletes. I mean, I'd like to say that we are, but we're not. So these guys aren't going to the gym every day so that they can be better race car drivers. I'll tell you that.
Speak for yourself there, buddy.
Just because you can do it on you have a gym simulator, don't you?
I lift one beer can at a time.
Well, there's your mistake. If you lift 2, you'd be in better shape.
I probably, yeah, you're right. My arms would hurt equally.
That's right.
But anyways.
Yeah, back to the story.
Back up front, Chris Essery is enjoying a second lead now over Curtis Auburn as he's able to stretch that back out. Looks like Benny Campbell is kind of trying to get to the back of the 54. Looks like he's closed in a little bit. I think Curtis is kind of figuring out here as we see Benny Campbell get a little loose in turn 2. We see Curtis Auburn kind of pushing hard there in the early going, and I think he's already starting to see the issue with doing that as he's kind of lost a little bit of ground to the 22. Battle back here, the 74 and the 98. Looks like they're going to sort that out for 5th. Steinhoff moves to 5th, drops Zulu back to 6th.
The 75 of Nelson trying to get that car back under him. Oh, the 20's up into the wall as the 75 was trying to make the pass on the 20. Don't think there was any contact between the cars, but the 20 just kind of gets a little loose, goes to save it, smacks the wall there just a bit. It's the 20 of Lee Walter Huber. Tyler Nelson running that Crutchfield Home Service number 85 machine out here, making some laps in the 13th position, with Tommy Osborne now looking to try to take that away from our rookie. Oh, the one gets really loose.
Oh,
he's down into the grass.
grass.
Able to save it, though. No
The
damage
goes
to
by.
the
The
car.
48 goes by.
Yeah, he lost some position there, but was able to save the car. Oh, as Lee Walter Huber's bringing it down pit road. After getting up into the wall, they're going to come down and get some of this damage taken care of and live to fight another day. Likely go a couple of laps down here, but as we've seen with Tyrone Yo, Tyrone was able to get, with the the caution flags falling at the right time, Tyrone able to get back on the lead lap.
Benny Campbell now able to get around the 54 Curtis Sovereign to move Campbell up to P2.
Campbell's been one of the faster cars all race long. As we've seen, early on, he was leading this thing. He's running the fastest lap of the day so far at 31:54. I believe that was the fastest. No, I take that back. Zulu at a 31:47. As we have another incident, it appears. Michael Bovair and Lee Walter Huber may have had an issue here. See if I can find that from. See what happened. Here's the 48's into the wall down the stretch there.
Oh, the 48 spun onto pit road exit as Lee Walter Huber was coming around. So Lee Walter Huber didn't actually wreck. He had to stop.
He stopped. Okay. So didn't tear the car up. The 48 tries to get out of the way, but back in that machine.
The 48 couldn't do that again if he tried.
Oh, you mean this
perfectly in the middle of pit road exit?
Right. Yep. 98 and this 74 of Steinhoff battling for this 5th position. Steinhoff still running that very, very high line. 98 and trying to work to his inside. It's really hard to get the car to stick and rotate down there and still get the drive off that you need.
Sovereign able to get back by Benny Campbell. Benny Campbell all out of sorts there off of 2. Going to give up another position there to the 3 of Gregory Robinson.
Thank you for tuning in today here to the SimWorld Racing Network for the Quick Finishers Racing League, the QFRL 181 here at New Hampshire. Where Dave and I are munching on some lobster, so if you hear it in the background, that's just us licking our chops. Licking them fingers. Get that butter off of them. All right, I'm gonna stop.
Oh, the 5 of Clayton Cyrus sideways off of 2, almost into the grass. Gets it straightened out. Chris Essery, though, putting down some very, very good lap times, consistent lap times.
Yeah, he's running about a tenth and a half quicker than Sauber in the last time by, and the fastest car on the track at the moment. That's where you want to be if you're the leader, that's for sure. Is you want to be the fastest car on the track. That way you're just walking away from the field here.
And the scary part is, Essery's probably playing it a little safe right here, having almost a 4-second lead, and still putting down very quick lap times.
Not to mention he's got 7 lap older tires than everybody else too. I mean, that's 7 laps is 7 laps, but it's still more tire wear, more heat. So he's doing a really, really good job of managing here. His last time by, he was over 0.2 quicker than second place Curtis Sauber.
We got a battle for second position. Gregory Robinson's to the inside of Curtis SWRN.
Yeah, Robinson and Campbell are laying down some fast laps. They're the fastest on the track. The last time by, this time by, fastest on the track is Kenneth Pack back in 7th. Oh, 54. Looked like he touched the wall there a little bit. From that angle, really hard to tell. Oh, this 54 gets loose. 3 gets into the back of him. 3 down into the inside wall. Caution is
Yellow is out.
Caution is out for the number 3 of Gregory Robinson. And that all started with the 54 getting loose and having to save his machine. And the 3 just not being able to check up quick enough, as we'll see right here. We'll try to take another look at this from maybe in car, so you can kind of see how quick that closing rate was for the 3. See if we can jump on board here, jump on maybe the nose of Robinson here. Yeah, as you see, the 54 right there is loose and then just checks up. There's nothing the 3 could do. Gets into the back of him and spins that thing on around.
See what the leaders do here. Looks like they're all coming to pit road. I would assume 4 tires and fuel is on the agenda for all of these drivers. Unless you were one of the drivers that took tires in the middle of that first run.
The right sides are up all the way through the field, it looks like. No one taking 2 tires. Looks like it's going to be 4 tires for everybody. The 22 is going to win the battle off, followed by the 74, the 54, and the 98. Take that back. Benny Campbell may have beaten the 98 off of pit road there. Not quite sure. It looked to me like the 98 had it, but that was just from a vantage point that I had there. So
I think he did. It looks like Benny Campbell's pulling over here, waiting on the 98 to come on by.
Yep, that's exactly right, Dave. As we are working caution number something. Probably should have had that caution number before I said anything about it, but I believe it's caution number 4. Yes, the 4th caution of the night. Here on lap 71 of 181 for the QFRL 181 at New Hampshire. I don't know why I keep saying it like that, but
I don't sound like that.
I mean,
once again, a big shout out to everyone watching this from home, wherever you may be. Don't forget, if you haven't liked and subscribed, please do that. Share it with friends, family, whoever. Get them in here. We said QFRL runs every Friday night.
same great place, same great time.
Same great hosts.
Haha.
All right, my head grew 2 sizes. I have to tone that down a little bit.
Yeah, you're not going to be able to fit in your SWRN hat.
Oh, so another restart we got to manage here.
Yeah, Dave, we're going to have about 39, 38 laps to the stage break. So they can make it on fuel without any problem. If they run that many laps on tires, they're gonna run out of tires. Yeah, so let's see, 2 sets of tires already.
Some of the drivers are on that 3rd set, so it's going to be interesting here.
I mean, they're gonna have to run out the stage on the tires they're on, which is gonna be, 30 some laps. We've seen cars really start to slip and slide and struggle. So lights are off on the pace car. Pace car's in. Chris Essery leading us down. Fires off in the Geico restart zone. 74 of Ryan Steinhoff stays with him pretty well. I mean, now looking to the outside of the 22 to try to take the lead away. The 74 has been working this outside really, really well all race long. Looks like he's going to take the lead. No, gets a little loose up into the wall.
Had to lift just a bit to keep from hitting that wall. He's going to battle here down in 3 and 4 on the outside. Curtis SWRN looking for a way around both these drivers. Benny Campbell up the inside of the 54s. 74 and 22 still door to door down into turn 1.
As we have all night long, great battles here on these restarts. 74 still hanging on the outside of the 22. Okay, 22 able to clear now. See what happens as they head down into 3.
Zulu up the inside there. Oh, Ben Campbell saves it.
Still very, very slow for Campbell. May have heated those tires up just a bit.
Zulu here charging hard, going after the 74 of Ryan Steinhoff as he just gets to the inside. Gonna have to wait.
Esri holding on to about a 1.5 second lead now over the 74 of Steinhoff. The rest of the field is pretty well bunched up. Get the 3 of the 75 racing door to door here for that 7th position. Both going to try to find a way around this 05 of Clayton Cyrus. 75 now to the outside of the 05 on exit. 3 going to look to his inside to go 3 wide. Check that now, 2 wide. Way down on the inside for the 3 of Robinson. Able to make it stick for now.
Zulu was able to get around Steinhoff. We kind of missed that, but moved Zulu up to the 2nd position.
Kenneth Pack up to the 5th spot. Under fire now by the 75 of Nelson. Running his auto serve machine. Auto serve, get your vehicle serviced at Auto Serve right there in Charlestown, West Virginia. Don't mistake that for Charleston, West Virginia. But in Charlestown, West Virginia, you can get your vehicle serviced right there at Auto Serve for the best in vehicle maintenance. Ooh, 98 gets really loose. 74 back to his outside. The podium pack working on the 54 of Curtis SWRN. So we see the 05 of Clayton Cyrus and the 27 of Benny Campbell back here battling for that 9th spot. Give it to Benny Campbell. Benny's now going to look to the inside of the 19 of Kurgelak. Krujelac with a new number, new paint scheme, and that number 19 butt kicker machine. A new manufacturer. He's running a Toyota now, too. I believe Kurds was in a Chevrolet. Your leader, Chris Estery, out to a 3.26.
Yellow is out. Clayton Cyrus.
Oh, no. Let's see if we can find out what may have happened. I think Michael Boone may have got a piece of that too.
Ooh, 05 just gets loose and it hooks into the wall. Hard hit for the 05. Flips the 5 by Michael Boone.
Oof. Yeah, just trying to save it, overcorrecting just a little bit, and then comes down and clips the 5. Like you said, Tyrone Yost sneaking by on the outside there.
Don't believe you'll see anybody down pit road for tires. They are running short on tires. Looks like the 22. Nope, they're all faking.
Bunch of fakers. Bunch of fakers. Likely see the 05 come down and maybe the 5. Yeah, looks like Michael Boone's coming down there now to get some service done. Doesn't look like a whole lot of damage to his vehicle that I can see from this angle. But no, his car looks really good. I'm not... Maybe just wanted to come down here and just check. Clayton's got a little bit of damage on his car. Going to come down and get it rectified.
Boone is away.
As we talked about earlier about Uber going, a lap down or whatever with the pit stop and then having to stop on pit road, right? Exiting there, was able to get his lap back. He's back on the lead lap, so good for Lee Walter Uber. As we're stacking them up once again here, lap 85 of 181, racing to lap 111 for the stage end. Final stage will begin at lap 1, about lap 113, 114 after pit stops. And we'll be on our way to the end of this thing, lap 181, right here in the QFRL 181 at New Hampshire for the Quick Finishers Racing League. Again, I'm your host, David Hillbilly Hera, and the other Dave Lafano, right here with me. Are you still here with me, Dave?
I am here. Getting ready to get this race back underway.
Well, since we're in separate studios tonight, can you go ahead and slap yourself in the back of the head, please? Thank you.
That hurt.
And the race is off. Fire is off for 22. Gets a good jump over the 74 Steinoff. They head down into 1.
They are bottled up from third on back.
The 3 of Robinson has no problem taking the 3 wide as he just tried to do. Hits the 98. Everybody able to save it. What good saves.
Yeah, the 3 just drove in a little too deep and couldn't get it woe down in time. Good job by everybody keeping it straight.
I don't know they were keeping it straight, but they kept it going the right direction, Yeah, and unfortunately for the 3, so the 98 didn't really lose a whole lot on that, but the 3 being a little bit aggressive there, trying to take it 3 wide. And he's been working that low flat bottom of the track all night long, so it just didn't stick. It didn't work this time, right? But with every, there's a reward to doing that.
Oh, Kenneth Pack sliding into the
Three
inside
is around
wall
as
on
well.
the backstretch.
Robinson around and down into the grass.
No yellow.
Well. Didn't see. Let's see if we can find out what happened to Pack. I caught the 3. The 3's got a lot of damage. Gonna bring it on down pit road.
I think Kenneth Pack just got loose off a 2 and just sent him hard left.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. As soon as he gets up close to the wall, but he caught the inside wall. But able to continue on, where Gregory Robinson, I'm not sure he hit the wall, but he hit the grass really fast and a ton. He's got his car on pit road. But yeah, so what I was saying was that I was talking about the aggressiveness of the 3. It's been working. When it works for him, the reward is there. But the risk of doing that and slipping up, especially as hot as this track is, you have to kind of weigh it out. And running the line he was running, as we can see, that cost him now as he's down pit road getting damage repaired. It's just so hard to wrap the bottom here. The 27 is looking to the inside of the 75 of Nelson. We'll try to take over that 4th spot. Oh, 3 wide. Nelson gets by the 54 as well to take 3rd spot.
Oh.
How you gonna make it, Dave?
They should have wrecked about 3 times right there, I believe.
In one corner. You get the 98 of Zulu back up into this battle. Looking to take the 5th spot away from Nelson. Can't quite get it done yet. 75 looking to the inside of SWRN. Again, you've got to go down there to make passes, but it's so tough to do. And again, it's risk versus reward.
And Zulu gets loose off a 2 and gives up a spot to Kurjalak there. So move Kurjalak up to 6th.
Yeah, so it was the reward this time for the 75 as he was able to get around the 54 of SWRN.
Benny Campbell around the 74 of Steinhoff, so move Campbell up to 2nd.
It's about 2.8 seconds to that 22 car. So Campbell has been one of the faster cars all night long, as we've reported. Just had some issues here and there that would set him back a little bit in the pack. Sliding through his pit box, a couple times slipping up on the track, which everybody's done that this race, I believe. But now, yeah, let's see. Now that he's got some clean air in front of him, see if he can run down this 22 with Chris Essery. Tommy Osborne running that vintage Night Owl So's machine. That paint scheme, I really, really dig that paint scheme. I know I mention that every week, but no, I like it. It looks like it's kind of a little bit patinaed, a little worn and ragged. I like it.
Is that a word, or did you make that up?
What's that, patina?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a word.
Okay, I'll take your word for it. That last time by Benny Campbell just a little bit quicker than Chris Essery, but unfortunately he's got over 2.5 seconds to make up.
And he's only got about 6 laps to do it here, Dave, before the stage end.
Yeah, stage 2 winding down here, coming to an end.
Oh, did I say 6 laps? I was completely incorrect. You got about 15 laps to do it. We're running it out to lap 111. So that's a little more doable. Dave, I'm going to go ahead and leave you with Benny Campbell at the moment and step away for just a second, and I'll be right back with you if you want to keep him going here.
I'll do my best.
Sure.
Yeah, so that time by Benny Campbell quite a bit quicker than our leader, Chris Essery, by about 0.4 of a second or so. Maybe Chris had a little bit of a slip up, but Benny Campbell definitely a little bit quicker there. We are watching the 27 of Benny Campbell, who is currently second place. Once again, about 2/10 quicker there for Benny Campbell. That time by the line, the times are about dead even between first and second. So far, Chris Essery putting on quite a show here tonight at New Hampshire Motor Speedway, just consistently putting down fast laps. Out to about 2-second lead right now over Benny Campbell. Working lap 101. Next stage break will be at lap 111, so about 10 laps to go here in stage number 2.
That lead down to about 2 seconds. Oh no, Benny's around and into the wall.
Oh no.
I knew there was a reason I was keeping it on Benny Campbell, but I did not want that to be the reason. Sorry, Benny. It's that, dare I say it, Dave? The broadcaster's curse.
Yeah, pressure got to him. Maybe he knew he was being watched. I don't know. That's going to shake it up a little bit here, coming to the end of stage number 2.
Yeah, we're going to have
Benny Campbell just loses it a little bit off of 2 and kind of overcorrects into the outside wall.
So, Dave, the question is here: do you maybe, if you're in the back a little bit, do you take tires here and then elect not to take them at the stage break? Is 10 laps or 8 laps too far?
I'm not sure. I'm not too good at that mathing thing.
So by the time we get started, we're looking at about a 6-lap run. I mean, I'm thinking I take tires. I take tires here and don't take them at the stage break.
Looks like they're all going to bypass pit road.
Ooh,
yes,
yep,
they do.
They do. Any takers at all as we go back through the field? Yes, we have
Kenneth
Pack listening to us on his TV. Hi, Kenneth. let's see if he just elects to take tires here. I mean, I'm thinking you flip the stage, right? First of all, he's going to gain a lot of track position, as this was a longer run. He's likely going to gain a lot of this on track in the 6 laps it's going to take to get around here. Oh, I missed that to see if Kenneth's taking tires.
Trying to watch here.
I don't see his car up. Did he get damage he's looking to get repaired here? Maybe so.
Yeah, because I was going to say from here, you get about 77 to 74 laps, depending on when we go back to green, to make it to the end. So I think we said we can go about, 55 laps on fuel?
That's correct.
So yeah, it's still going to be a one-stop show from here. Even at the end of the stage break, you're going to have to stop one more time.
Yeah, it didn't look like they took any tires there, Dave. I don't know.
Yeah, I think that's the right call. To be honest, the way this race is going, it seems like we've had 2 or 3 cautions, a couple cautions anyways in between these stages. So if the trend continues, I think we may see a caution or 2 later in the running. So save that extra set of tires in case you need it here. But yeah, so the 16 Kenneth Pack back on pit road again. So he's definitely must be trying to get some damage fixed, even though I don't see much damage on his car.
If you don't take tires here, Dave, you're going to have to take them in 6 laps. I would come back if I was the 16. I'd be taking tires right now, just because you can flip that stage. It's not going to hurt you to have just a couple of laps extra on your tires, and he's not going to. He's getting damage repaired. Because regardless, you're gonna. I mean, it's the same amount of laps either way. So I don't know.
I mean, we've seen it's kind of good to be the leader. You can kind of get away a little bit if you could take tires here, stay out on that stage break.
Yeah, it cycles you to the front, right? And then you still have one more pit stop, just like everyone else does.
Yeah, either way, you're still gonna make another stop.
But nonetheless, none of that came to fruition. No one took tires here. I don't believe Lee Walter Huber. I didn't see his car go up on that pit stop, so I'm not sure if he took tires or not. I mean, he was down for 31 seconds, but not sure if he or Clayton Cyrus took tires there. But
yeah, I mean, once we go back to green, we're only going to have 4 or 5 laps here.
Yeah,
to the end of stage 2.
Exactly, and that's why I was really pushing for I was saying that it would flipping the stage would be a decent idea, because even if you babied your tires just to flip it, right? But nonetheless, no one did. So pace car is off. 22 is in control of this restart in the Geico restart zone, and he fires off. Good start for the 22 once again. Starts early in the box, pulls up to a couple car length lead. 75 driving it real deep. Gets to the inside of the 74, can't hold on there. Now the 19 looking to the inside of the 98 of Zulu. Able to make that pass is Kerjelek.
Oh, 54 deep. 98 had to check up for the 19. Almost contact there.
Well, 54 sideways. Pulls it down to the inside, able to save it.
Looks like Steinhoff and the 74 is under attack from the 75. Battle of 70s down here off of turn number 2.
Yeah, the 75 able to really drive it in on that bottom, like I say, but then coming up off, if you don't have that room to go out to the wall, it's so hard to carry any speed off the corner. And looks like he's lost that position to the 74, unable to make that pass this time.
The 75 able to draw alongside of the 74 off of 4, but it's a little bit tight, has to let off.
So 22 stretching that lead back out once again.
Oh, 19 around. Able to save it, so Kerjelek gets loose down through the grass and back up onto the track. 54 is around sideways now on turn 3 and 4. Caution is out.
This may be I believe this will be the stage break.
Yeah, I would imagine this is the stage.
So we're going to let him pit, and then we're going to go talk to that 54 about that slide he just took there. He's not going to be happy to talk to us, Dave.
There might have been a little bit of slight contact between him and the 20. Yeah, just enough contact to get the 54 spun around there.
Yeah, I don't know that the 20 did anything wrong there, though. Looking at it, it looks like it was just they're fighting for the same piece of real estate. If we look, the 20 is already to his inside as the 54 starts to come down to make his apex. And they just, two cars fighting for the same piece of real estate. Everyone is on pit road, with the exception of Gregory Robinson, who's going to stay out. He's flipping the stage. So I guess somebody did take tires, and it must have been that 3 of Robinson, who will be our leader on the restart here.
It looks like Robinson was on pit road at lap 103, but his pit
That was only 5 seconds.
was only 5 seconds, so
no tires for the 3. 22 is off, followed by the 74, 9 or 75, 98. Your leader is the 3 of Gregory Robinson. Yeah, Dave, you're right. I mean, a 5-second pit stop, that would have been fuel only. Back on lap 103. Maybe he's out of tires. Or, only has one set left and doesn't want to burn them up right now, as this is going to be the longest stage running out to lap 181 to finish this race off.
The lights are off on the pace car there. Stacked 2 by 2, looking for a green flag this time by. Oh, lights are back on the pace car, so they're extending the yellow here.
Thank you once again for tuning in to the SimWorld Racing Network's presentation of the Quick Finisher Racing League, the QFRL 181 from New Hampshire. Been a good race so far. It's definitely been exciting. A lot of slip and sliding. A lot of beating and banging. A lot of slipping off of 2 and 4. Really slick out here. Track temperatures are still running about like 103 degrees Fahrenheit. So Kenneth Pack is down again, getting some service done to that car once again. Just not seeing the damage. I mean, obviously he's got damage. He would know better than we would. But just not really seeing it on the car. And sometimes that happens, where I can see a little bit to the front valence there now, the splitter area down at the bottom.
Yeah, the left side's a little torn up on that 16
fender right there by the headlight. So okay, pace car is off. Gregory Robinson leads him to the fires off the Geico restart zone. It's a great pull as he takes off really early in the box. Battles for second between the 74 and the 22. 22's got the position. 74 wants it. Oh, 74 gets a little loose on the exit there. Has to pull up in line. Now he's back up top where he wants to be in that 74 machine is Ryan Steinhoff. Way up close to the wall.
And that's going to allow the 75 to draw in a little bit.
75 now looking to the inside of the 74. Can he make it stick down there? Early on fresh tires may be able to get the drive off. Still can't get enough drive off. Oh, somebody's down. Who was that? That was Gregory Robinson, the leader. Oh, and he has towed. He has towed to the pits. The gamble not paying off for the 3. As he's going to just lose it here off the corner. Same thing that's happened to him a couple times here tonight as he's going up the track, just loses it. Bam, hits hard into the inside wall. Has to tow that machine. Unfortunate for the 3 of Robinson. Your leader is Chris Essery, followed by Ryan Steinhoff. Benny Campbell back to 3rd position. See if we can get back to everybody there. All right. Zulu is now trying to take that 3rd spot away from Benny Campbell. Battle for second heating up between the 27 and the 74 as the 27 is really bearing down on that 74 now. Going to try to look to the inside here, heading down into 3. Pulls alongside. Can he make it stick and get the drive off? He does. Makes the slide up in. Oh, does not. The 74. He gets loose, and the 74 able to drive back around on the outside. Same story. Just another corner. Just a different lap. Maybe a different set of cars. Reminds me of an old Aerosmith tune. Same old situation. I don't know if that's the name of the song or not, but I can hum a few bars. I'll sing along.
Benny Campbell's still struggling to get back going again as he's lost a couple more spots there. Now he's going to fall in 5th behind Zulu.
Curtis Sauber just loses a position, loses that 10th spot to Kenneth Pack. Tyler Nelson, our rookie, quietly marching his way up through the field up to 8th position. Michael Boone, haven't talked about him.
Turgulak sideways, going to give up quite a few positions there.
Haven't talked about Michael Boone a whole lot tonight, but he's made his way up. He's up 7 spots to the 6th position. Curtis Sauber getting loose there again, dropping a couple of spots. There's just so much action; it's hard to cover it all, Dave. I'm struggling here.
Yellow is out. Clayton Cyrus has an issue somewhere.
Oh no! Let's see what happened to the 05 machine of Clayton Cyrus. Oh, just gets loose. Oh,
yeah.
He gets loose, almost saves it, and then the 2 got into him. Wasn't expecting him to check up like he did, and unfortunately we got into him there.
All right, so we've been about 10 laps. I don't think you'll see... Oh, we'll see what happens.
Let's see, you're 59 laps right here, Dave.
I think...
Do you take fuel and try to save it?
I think you at least come down, take fuel, and see what you can do.
I mean, just in case it goes green, right? Because, I mean, chances are there's going to be another caution. It's just the nature of this track and the way it's been so darn slick. But, yeah, I don't know. James Nelson is down. First one to come down pit road. Only one thus far. Oh, the 16 of Pack and the 54 of Sauber and Tyrone Yo's coming down. Clayton Cyrus, of course, is coming down. These guys going to come down, and we'll see what they do here.
And we'll see if anyone takes tires. I don't know. It depends, I guess, on how many sets of tires you still have in the pits.
Yeah, if you got 2 sets, I'm taking one of them. 75 has the right sides up. Yeah, 4 tires from the 75. He's the only one to take tires, so he's gonna lose those positions. But I think that's if he's got another set, Dave, for the later pit stop, then that's a great move.
Yeah, the 16 is still sitting here on pit road, probably still trying to get some of that damage fixed.
Yeah, we've only got 1 fast repair in the series, which lets the car get corrected. In case you're wondering what that is, that allows the car to be completely restored to perfect running condition. But you only get 1 of those, and you don't know what's going to happen. So you, as a driver, you try to hold on to those and just repair the damage manually, as you've seen the 16 do several laps now, or several caution flags. Just in case something happens, you don't want something to happen with 10 laps to go and your car is destroyed and you don't have time to get it fixed. So if you can hold that fast repair to the end of the race, that's really what you want to do. You don't necessarily want to take it home with you because you don't get to stack them, but the same time, you don't want to burn that thing too early. The pace cars, lights are out on the pace car. We're doubling them up as we're headed down the back stretch.
Yeah, we'll stack them up and try this again. Chris Essery leads him down. Green is out. Good jump for the 22, but the 74 stays right with the 22 now. Benny Campbell trying to get in on that mix, coming from P4 up to the 3rd position on the outside. Steinhoff looks like he's going to clear Essery. And he will as they dive down into turn number 3. Benny Campbell.
Go ahead.
Oh, this Benny Campbell still battling the outside of Zulu there. And take over sole position of that 3rd spot.
So Essery's been the dominant car all night long in that number 22 Pennzoil Ford. Now we're trying to work back to the inside of the 74 to regain that lead. As they battle side by side, down into 3.
Yeah, so far tonight, the 22 has been able to, when he has to, make that inside lane work for him, as we see the 74 battle down the front stretch.
Yeah, and we've seen this, since joining the series here, joining the league, we've seen the Essery do really well. As he's loose off the corner.
They're both 74, Jeez. 22, both lose. 22 Estes.
He's around.
No. Caution's out for the 22.
Yikes. I was just about to mention that, he hasn't been in the league very long, but he's already got a win, and it was at Gateway. Now, there's no track like New Hampshire, but, he does have a win in this series already. But this right here is going to be heartbreaking. 74 was loose. 22 got loose. 22 tried to save it. Goes down kind of the road course part of the track there, I guess it is. Loops it on around. Didn't hit anything. But now going to have to battle back from, 14th position, the back of the field here. Still plenty of time in this race to get it done. Benny Campbell is now your leader with that exchange. Ryan Steinhoff in 2nd as he got loose battling with that 22. So down pit road. 75 of Nelson stays out, as he already took 4 tires, as we remember, as we recall there. And with this caution flag, should have enough to go to the end if it stays green.
Yeah, so this is the money stop, I believe, right here for everybody. Let's see what happens if anyone's going to take tires in there. Pretty much all are now. And so everyone on pit road for 4 tires and fuel, they can make it to the end on fuel.
Osborne only took fuel only. Maybe out of tires, maybe saving that set for the late caution. 16 still sitting on pit road, still working through that damage issue. He did take tires this time, but now working to get some of that damage repaired.
Like I said, if this race trends the way it has, I could see another 2 or more cautions in this race. So if you get a set, it might not be a bad idea to save it where some of these drivers are out of tires by now.
So here's a fun fact. Michael Boone, Tyler Nelson, and Lee Walter Huber stayed out as well. There'll be 1, 2, and 3. They last pitted for 4 tires on lap 110. James Nelson pitted on lap 122 for his 4 tires, and here we are lap 128 with the rest of these drivers taking tires behind them. So we're going to have a different flavor here. We're going to see if track position outweighs tire strategy or tire laps on tires. We'll just have to see what happens here. So Michael Boone will lead us to the green this time.
Yeah, I think this is going to come down to who still has an extra set of tires and who doesn't here as we get into the late stages of this one.
Yeah, but you don't want to make the mistake of taking a set of tires home with you there, because I mean, if another caution comes out, do you take the tires then? If it's another 15 or 20 laps from now, or do you think there's maybe going to be even later caution that you could take them? It's kind of a gamble there as the 5 fires off in the restart zone. Great jump for Michael Boone. Lee Walter Huber in 2nd position to the inside of the 85 of Nelson. Other Nelson right behind younger Nelson.
The 22 S3 back in the Hornet's nest back there, where he hasn't been all day.
Oh, the 20
S3 up into the wall.
The 20 into a Nelson sandwich.
20 S3 went up and smacked the outside wall. The 74's around on the front stretch. No yellow yet.
Wow. Still going to keep going. No yellow.
Oh, the 85 sideways in 1 and 2 keeps it corrected.
Yeah, I saw the 85 into the wall right before you hollered about Essery hitting the wall. The 85 was into the wall. 75 was to the inside. The 20 was in the middle. Move James Nelson to second. Michael Boone's still your leader. James Nelson to second. The 20 of Lee Walter Huber is third. Benny Campbell is fourth, with Zulu rounding out your top 5. Now Zulu looking to the inside of the 27 of Campbell. You know what we didn't do, Dave?
I know what we didn't do.
Maybe we'll catch him on the next caution if there is another. James Nelson has run down our leader, Michael Boone, within a car length. A little bit fresher tires here, about 12 laps fresher tires on the 75. Benny Campbell now moving to third with fresher tires than both the drivers in front of him. Michael Boone's doing a good job of taking away the line of the 75. 75 wants to be able to drive down on that lower lane and rotate the center and be able to get alongside the 5, but the 5 is running that just about a half lane different. Oh, now he goes up the track. 75 is going to make it to the inside. Can't make nothing happen on the exit. Falls back in line. Benny Campbell, as Zulu is around. Down into the grass.
Yellow is out.
Yellow is out for Zulu. Tyler Nelson is on pit road. Must be getting the damage fixed on his machine. We see the 98. Yeah, just loses it on exit, and unfortunately he's trying to correct it, and the 20 can't slow up for him. I mean, it's just, it happens so fast, as we've detailed before. Lap 136 of 181 here in the Quick Finishers Racing League, the QFRL 181 in New Hampshire. This is the Sim World Racing Network. This is Dave and Dave. We appreciate you watching. Be sure and smash that thumbs up button. Drop a comment in the comment section. Tell us who you're rooting for tonight. We appreciate you as always. Subscribe, follow, do all that stuff. Share this video with all your friends and family. Get them interested in racing. Y'all can gamble on it, just don't tell anybody about it. Michael Boone is on pit road, as is Tommy Osborne. Tommy, we talked about, he just took fuel the last time. See if he elects to take tires this time. Yes, he and Michael Boone both taking tires here. I would guess this is probably their last set.
I would imagine. I would have liked to have stayed out a little bit longer and saved it. I have a feeling we're going to get another caution or two. We'll see.
James Nelson is your leader, followed by Benny Campbell, Curtis Sauber, Lee Walter Huber, Chris Essery back up to that 5th position in that 22. We know how fast he's been. Michael Kurgelak is 6th. 7th is Kenneth Pack. Clayton Cyrus is 8th. 9th is Tyrone Yo. 10th is Ryan Steinoff.
So just looking at the number of times the driver's been down pit road, it looks, if I'm not mistaken, James Nelson has been on pit road 4 times, Benny Campbell 4 times, Kurgelak 4 times. So that stands to reason they still have an extra set in the pits.
Yeah, I think you're right, Dave, because, you know, there were pit stops there where they were taking fuel only. So I agree. I believe these guys are still setting on another set of tires. But there again, if you get a long green flag run to the end now, you're not coming back in for tire. If it runs out without a caution, Now, have we seen that that's something that might happen? Probably not. It's definitely made for some great racing, some great action here from the Quick Finishers Racing League. All these guys are very, very skilled. Cautions aren't something that happens a lot, but I'll tell you, this is a very, very tough track to get around. You're wheeling the thing when you're driving here in New Hampshire. If you'd like to learn more about the Quick Finishers Racing League, go to facebook.com, search QFRL. You'll recognize it when you see it. Just be sure and drop them a message, and you can find out anything you want to know about it. If you'd like to sponsor a race or sponsor one of these cars that you see here tonight, they'll be sure to hook you up, help you out, get you in contact with whomever it is that drives the car. Just give them a shout, facebook.com/QFRL. You can also reach out to the SimWorld Racing Network at facebook.com/SWRN for any of your broadcasting needs or sponsorship opportunities. It ain't free, but it's certainly cheap.
Lights are out on the pace car. We're going to stack them up, try it again.
I'm here for it. Let's do it. Oh, man, we still didn't get him. Still didn't get him. Don't have time now, but we still didn't get him.
Pace car is off. 75 is going to lead him into the Geico restart zone, and he is off. Good jump for the 75.
He's going to clear Benny Campbell down into one. Pull away just a bit. '22 Essery working his way around that 20 of Lee Walter Huber, or trying to. Gets to his inside there, unable to make the pass happen as the 20 was able to drive in much deeper on that outside line. Looking again to the inside. Able to complete the pass is Chris Essery, move him to P4. Benny Campbell trying to get a run on the outside of the 75. Looks like he's going to get the run. No, he has to back it off. Oh, he gets into the back of the 75. Gives him a shot on exit, slows him up, and the 54 moves to his outside to make the pass.
Yellow is out.
Uh-oh.
Zulu has crashed.
Well,
He just turned the wrong direction here down the backstretch. It's like maybe, let's see.
Just gets a little loose. Same thing, gets a little loose. The 5
Oh.
didn't know, couldn't check up. Punts him around.
Yeah, 5 just nowhere to go, really.
Yeah, I'm not seeing anything where a guy, I mean, other than the 27 hitting the 75 just a little bit ago, I didn't see anything that was like remotely intentional of any of these hits tonight. And I think the 27 was just telling the 75, hey, I'm back here. And it really hurt the 27 more than anything. He lost the position, lost second spot to Curtis Sauber. Let's get Curtis in the booth here, Dave.
Right. Hold on one
For a lap
little-
with Curtis Dale.
Hey, Curtis, Dave and Dave in the booth, you get us?
Hey, gentlemen, how are y'all?
Oh, you know, we keep forgetting about bringing you in here.
But we're
It's
enjoying
okay.
we're enjoying some good racing, man. This has been exciting. Slippery out there, is it?
Oh, it's very slick, especially off 2, and not so much 4, but 2 is treacherous, boys. I'm telling you.
Yeah, man. So we've been telling the folks at home these things become a handful under acceleration there, especially if you're trying to wrap the bottom or make a pass on the bottom. You really need that entire track to get off the corner without losing the rear end.
Absolutely, yeah. You have to be sure you are straight before you mash that gas, or you're going to be going for a ride.
Yeah, right on. We've seen, everybody in the field has had an issue on one corner or another with getting the throttle down, and it's been really, really interesting dynamic to watch and to see comers and goers. But the biggest thing is that when somebody has trouble, a lot of times they're able to save it unless another driver is behind them, because the reaction time to kind of check up is you don't know the guy's having trouble in front of you until you're hitting them.
Yeah, and if you're in the middle of the corner and the person in front of you is having an issue, it's so hard to change direction and not lose it yourself. It's been fun to race, but it's been very difficult, and I cannot wait till the race is over.
Well, we've been enjoying it. You've got about 36 laps or so to go. So go get them. We're going to turn it over to you. Well, the pace car lights are still on the pace car here.
Yeah, we got 2 laps left before we
Okay.
go green.
Well, good. We'll just keep on talking to you then.
Yeah, I'm glad it looks good on TV, though. I'm glad y'all had something to talk about, you know.
Man,
not too
it's.
boring.
I was telling Dave, it's been really hard to keep up with all the action. There's something happening all around this track at any given moment, and it's been fun so far.
Yeah, I can't believe I've been running in the top 5 here pretty much all day. It's one of my worst tracks, too.
Well, it may end up being one of your favorite tracks by the end of this thing, bud.
Oh, I don't know if I got anything for James. He's like a Ryan Newman trying to get around him here at this last couple of laps.
I believe that. Anytime I've ever raced him, it's hard to get around him for ninth, let alone for the lead here.
Yeah, he'll race you for any spot there is, but that's why we love him.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, listen, the lights are out on the pace car. We're probably going to ride with you 2 laps so that you get to go through the gears first, and then you can just explain for the next couple of laps if you want, and then we'll send you back.
Absolutely. I'm going to try not to loop it coming off, too, going to green. This 22's been really good. Hopefully we can keep him in the field.
Yeah, he has been really, really fast the whole night. You're absolutely right there. All right, well, good luck here on the start, bud. We'll be watching.
Absolutely, boys. I'm going to try to keep it as close to James as possible. I'm going to start in second so I don't spin these tires. Key is to keep your speed up through the corner as much as you can. I stay the 3rd lane. I know some people are downshifting, but I've noticed every time I've tried, I've gotten really loose. There's a 22 on my inside. Gonna be treacherous going into 1. Kind of diming off this corner as much as possible. And that's what I'm talking about. It's really hard to keep that power down and not lose it. But that's 2 laps, boys.
Yeah, man, that was a great save there. Good luck, buddy. Looks good out there. Looks fun. And we'll talk to you later.
Absolutely.
All right, that was a couple laps around with Curtis Dale, and you guys got to see firsthand what he's talking about how slick this track is. As you can see, that little orange stripe in the middle of the wheel there turned rather quickly to save that car and avoid spinning himself out.
Yeah, now Chris Essery, after his struggle there a little while ago, he's managed to get back into the top 3.
Ooh. He's gonna battle
almost
for the lead.
gets
Yeah.
almost gets in the back of Benny Campbell.
That's a hard-nosed racer in that 27. That's not a guy you want to be hitting here earlier. You know, with laps still left in the race. That's for sure. We have a new leader in the 27. 22 Essery trying to get around the 75 now to take over the 2nd spot. Looks like he's able to make that pass, clear the 75. Benny Campbell, after starting toward the front and leading laps early on, has finally made his way back up to the front.
Well, 75 around there, wrecking off a 2.
Caution is out. Caution is out.
Oh, man. That's still wrecking
Curtis
down
Sovereign
here.
is wrecked. Kenneth Pack is in it. I don't know how we find out what the heck happened here.
Started something with the 75. I think the 75 got loose.
We're back on up here to where he's passing.
Yeah, I think the 75 got loose, and then it was just a chain reaction here.
Find the 75 though. Where is the 75? Oh, let's back that up just a little bit, folks. Sorry about this. I want to give you everything here. Oh, yeah, the 54, the 16, everybody in it there. Whole group of them. Yes, and the 75 just gets loose off the corner. 16 gets into him. The 54 was already in the 16's door. Ay. Let's see if we can look at this again. This time we're going to do it from the gyro cam on the 54 if we can here. All right, back on board with Curtis Sauber here. Head off down into the corner. He goes to the inside of the 16. See the 75 get loose. The 16 gets into the back of him, can't check up, and Sauber just plows through the middle of him. Nowhere to go. Oh, and then gets hit again by the 16. The 16 did all that. He's going to have to use that fast repair this time, I believe. Too late in the game to be trying to get the damage fixed under standard caution. Looks like the 54 may have used his fast repair as well. 75 used his fast repair. All of these cars look brand spanking new once again for the final time. They beat him up this time, Dave. It's a done deal.
Kenneth Pack is on pit road. Get some of that damage fixed.
Yeah, I mean, maybe he's already used his fast repair, and that's why he spent all that time on pit road earlier. He's got a lot of significant damage to the front, the nose of that Chevrolet. Oh,
and
nope, he just used
the fast
quick
repair.
So he must not have checked it the first time. He's putting 4 tires on this
tires.
Thing. Yeah.
So that's, Kenneth Pack still had a set of tires in the bank.
And his fast
repair. Could make all the difference.
Yeah, James Nelson took a 15-second stop. I think he took tires as well because he did use a quick repair. So James is on fresh. Curtis is on fresh tires. Yeah, so Curtis, Nelson, Sauber, Nelson, and Pack all on fresh tires here. I believe Tyrone Yo may be on freshies as well.
Pace car's off. They're in the restart zone. 27 of Campbell is gone. Under 30 laps to go here.
If Campbell's got anything, he needs to go now because that 22 is coming. He's looking to the outside of the 27 now as we come off and down the backstretch here. Still door-to-door heading, coming off of 4. Give that lap to the 22. 27 still to the inside. Oh, 27 sideways. Able to save it. New
Yellow is out.
For who?
Lee Walter Huber and Tommy Osborne.
Oh, no. Let's go back and see what happened to LWH here. Oh, that's a bad view. Gonna try to get us a better view of this. Oh, yeah, so the one just comes off the wall a little too much. I think he was trying to save a loose condition and just catches the rear quarter of the 20 and turns him nose first into the wall. And they both get pinned there. Back that up and take another quick look. I think that's what happened is he's just got... Everybody's been getting loose coming off the wall. Which has been very strange, but... I think that's what happens to the one here is that he gets up there, now he's loose. Yeah, and it starts walking down the track on him and he just walks him right into the rear quarter of the 20. Luckily for a lot of those guys that were behind them were able to get on around without that becoming a bigger mess. Especially for the Kenneth Packs, the Curtis Sauburn, who since taking those 4 tires on the last stop, is already up into the 7th position.
Yeah, those drivers I'm watching right now, Curtis Sauburn, James Nelson, Kenneth Pack, they all came down, took those fresh tires. So we'll see if that's going to pay off here as we move forward, as we're going to have close to probably 22, 23 to go when we get back to green.
It's just enough time for these cars to feel yucky once again. That's one of them skilled words I like to use, yucky. We're able to get some damage repaired on that 20 machine. Been down pit road a couple of times. I think he had a quick repair. He just didn't have it checked the first time as he entered the pits twice. So not sure if he may have taken tires because it was a 17-second stop there. But the car looks good and clean now.
Yeah, so the scenario right now, the top 5 look like they all pitted on lap 128. So that's going to make them have to go 53 laps on these tires. Everyone behind them is on fresher rubber, so it's going to be interesting if we get a little bit of a run here.
Yeah, I don't. Man, that's tough, right? Because that's a lot of laps. That's a lot of laps, even for the faster cars. We know the 22's been really good on long run anyway, but I don't know that he's got that kind of speed to hold him off another 23 laps. Pace car's in. Good start for the front row.
Bad start for James Nelson in the 75. Not sure what happened. And if Pack's trying to get to his inside.
Essery and Steinhoff battling it out for that top position. Looks like we're going to have to give it to Essery for the moment. Now, the best thing for Essery is to check out, because if not, Sauburn's going to catch him.
Yeah, fresh tires are coming. Sauburn taking full advantage of this right now as he goes by the 05 move. Sauburn up to 5th.
Oh, 75 sideways.
Oh, 54 is sideways
Kenneth
off the
Pack's
corner
on
as well.
Pit road. So Pack back down pit road. There's maybe a break for Pack there not to go well. Yeah, he's going to go a lap down anyway.
That restart got jumbled up, so I'm not sure if maybe there was some penalties involved. I'm not too sure, but right now Essery up to almost a second lead. He said Curtis Sauburn, who was moving forward, had an issue. He fell back a few spots.
Yeah, I thought we were getting a yellow flag there, Dave. I was confused for a second. But yeah, Curtis, or the 16 still sitting on pit road. Curtis Sauburn has now dropped back to the 7th position, so lost a few spots there through this exchange, which is exactly what the 22 wants to see.
Yeah, so the 54 is Sauburn trying to work his way back up through as he goes around Clayton Cyrus there on the outside of the racetrack.
Benny Campbell taking over that 2nd position from Steinhoff.
Curtis Sauburn up to the wall, missed his mark.
74 of Steinhoff battling back on that outside. Going to retake that 2nd position. Or attempt to here. Oh, as the 27 gets loose, he's around down in the grass, hard into the inside wall. Caution will not come out. Wow.
Oh boy.
We do iRacing cautions here, folks, so if iRacing doesn't deem it to be a danger to any other car on track, we'll not throw the caution flag.
Curtis Sauburn up to the 5th position. Unfortunately, almost 4.5 seconds behind your leader now.
Yeah, 18 laps to go here for Essery, He holds now a 2.7 second lead over Ryan Steinhoff. Zulu is back in third with Michael Kerjelak fourth and Curtis Auburn rounding out your top five. Go ahead and take him through the field here right fast, Dave. We got a second. Your leader is Chris Essery out of Bakersfield, California, and that number 22 Ford. Ryan Steinhoff is in second. And that number 74 Chevrolet out of Gilbert, Arizona. Third is Michael Kerjelak out of Louisville, Kentucky. Running that 19 Toyota as the 5 is around. No caution.
No cautions out now.
Yeah, Boone is stuck sideways on the track, trying to get it turned around there. Michael Boone out of Midlothian, Texas. Now back in the 13th position. Curtis Auburn out of Hudson, North Carolina, and then number 54, Monster Energy Toyota, is in the 4th position with Clayton Cyrus. The 05 Texaco Haviland Toyota is in 5th. Zulu out of Hungary, I'm not going to pronounce that hometown, but Hungary, is in the 6th position. Tyler Nelson out of somewhere, West Virginia, in that 85 Chevrolet. Lee Walter Huber in the number 20 Toyota. I don't know what that sponsor is on that one, but the number 20, Lee Walter Huber, rocking that machine. James Nelson out of Harper's Ferry, that's where they're from. James Nelson, the AutoServe number 75 machine, is in 8th, I believe we're showing here. Or no, 9th. Tyrone Yo out of York, Pennsylvania. The respectable 10th place thus far. Michael Boone holds 11th. Just brought out the caution there. Benny Campbell out of Hickory, North Carolina, I think, in the number 27 machine. Tommy Osborne out of East Lynn, West Virginia, in that number 1 Chevy. Getting tires on that thing? Yeah, tires on that thing. All right. Kenneth Pack out of Greer, South Carolina, and number 16 Prisma Health Chevrolet. Gregory Robinson, who has retired. And Michael Bavere, who's also retired. Rounds out the top 16. This is the SimWorld Racing Network, Quick Finishers Racing League, the QFRL 181 here at New Hampshire. We already mentioned that we love lobster, but we don't have any, so we're sad. But nonetheless, we've been watching some good racing here. A lot of craziness happening. Chris Essery's been really, really dominant this race. We've had some really fast cars at times, but the track is just so darn slick. And we're hearing that it's especially off of 2. They're having a lot of trouble getting off the corner. We've seen... I think we're on maybe our 6th or 7th, maybe 7th caution here. I'll find out for you and let you know. 14th caution. I was way off on that one. But yeah, a couple of stage breaks there. Folks scored some stage points, stage wins, good stuff. But we're coming down to closing laps of this thing, Dave. Any final thoughts of what you think we'll have here in this final 10 laps or 13 laps?
That caution was a huge break for Curtis Auburn on the freshest tires here in the top 5 or 6. The only problem I see is Curtis, he knew, with those fresher tires, he was overdriving it a bit and was finding trouble. So on this restart, I think Curtis needs to kind of stay calm and collective and just focus on keeping the car underneath him. I think if he can do that, he can put himself in a really good position to try to grab a win away from Essery with those fresher tires.
Yeah, that's a good point. These fresh tires are going to make, it's a lot of laps different. So, yeah, you're talking 22 lap difference, 23 lap difference. A lot of that's been caution. Let's be honest about that. There's been quite a few caution laps, but they keep cycling, right? So I'm not sure what effect that's going to have on at least the heat inside these tires for the 22 and the 74.
Yeah, I think if the 54 Sovereign just stays patient here, he has a really good shot at this. We're gonna take this restart with about 11 to go as they're coming through to the Geico restart zone now.
22 fires off. As Dave says, the 54 in that catbird seat. Is that what they call it?
That's what I like to think. He's see if he can get a good run here.
74 gets a good run to the outside of the 22. Trying to take that lead away. Battle for the lead. Heading off into 3. The Rays Energy number 74 of Ryan Steinhoff trying to get around Chris Essery, who's been dominant all day.
Zulu's going to look to the inside of the 54 here.
Oof.
I thought that was going to be contact.
Yeah, I thought there was too.
Essery, impressive here on the older tires, able to just kind of sneak away.
Definitely getting it done in style here in that number 22 Pennzoil Ford. I almost called it a Chevrolet. But...
yeah, this time by inside of 10 to go, now 9 to go.
Get Michael Kerjelak making his way up into the top 3 here late in the going. Fastest car on the track is your leader last time by at 31.27. Michael Kerjelak second fastest at a 31.46.
Curtis Sauber now working to the inside of Michael Kerjelak for the 3rd position. Benny Campbell, I believe he came in and took fresh tires. He's back up to the 5th position already.
Curtis Sauber takes 3rd. Away from Kerjelak.
Yeah, Benny Campbell on those really fresh tires, really making some ground here as he's working to the inside of Kerjelak down the front stretch.
Benny Campbell's a real life race car driver. Does a bit of that for real life. Can be very aggressive. Knows when to use them. I mean, you don't have anything to lose right now. You got to go for it. Give it everything you've got. Chris Essery is out to a 1.3 second lead over Ryan Steinhoff. Curtis Sauber under fire with 27. Made that pass look easy, Dave. Fastest car on the track is the 27. By about a 1/10.5 right now over our leader. 6 laps to go here in the QFRL 181 at New Hampshire. Oh, 27's into the wall. Gets loose into the wall. Loses that spot back to Curtis Sauber. Benny Campbell falls to 4th. Chris Essery is loving what he's seeing as he's coming to 5 to go here. Benny right back up on the wheel now, firing back at the 54. He's now looking to the inside of the 54 of Sauber. Too little too late to catch the leader, though, as he is almost 3.6 seconds behind the leader. The 22 is pulling away 2.6 seconds now over Ryan Steinhoff. 4 laps to go, coming to 3 to go. Next time by. You got to have no mistakes here, Dave. If you're in that 22 machine, you're thinking, let's just take it easy. I've got a lead. Let's manage the gap and bring this thing home.
Yes, and the line, 3 laps to go for the 22. maybe we had this all wrong. Maybe tire wear really wasn't as big of an issue. I'm watching Chris Essery and Benny Campbell put down identical lap times last time by, with about a 50 lap difference in tires.
Yeah, I mean that's impressive for this 22. I mean, I don't know that wear is that big a deal. I know they said that the left front wears a little more than any other tire, but tire heat's definitely got to be an issue. But it looks like not for the 22. He's been able to manage this as we're coming to 1 to go. This next time by will be 1 lap left. They make it to the start-finish line without a caution flag. The next flag will end the race. As he comes off of turn 4, heads down toward the start-finish line. 1 lap to go for the number 22 Pennzoil Ford of Chris Essery.
And Curtis Auburn lost another spot there to the 98 of Zulu.
Final time down the backstretch for the 22. Now a 2-time winner in the Quick Finishers Racing League, the winner of the QFRL 181, the number 22 of Chris Essery. Dave, that was an impressive run by Essery.
Yeah.
He had problems all night, off and on throughout the night. Had to go to the back, had to come back to the front. Just a very impressive run. Good run for Ryan Steinhoff coming in second, and Benny Campbell brings that machine home, that Mobil 1 Ford home in the 3rd position. We're going to talk to all 3 of these drivers here, finished on the podium, starting with the 27 of Benny Campbell. 74 going up and giving a little congratulatory shot in the rear to the 22 of Essery. Let's see if we can get Benny Campbell in here, Dave.
And Campbell, Dave and David Booth, you got us?
Got you loud and clear.
Hey man, good run there. I know those tires really helped. You got back up through there really quick and come home in third position. Track a little slick tonight. It looked. How'd it go for you?
It went okay. I kept pushing it too hard, and there was a place in turn 2 for some odd reason that it just randomly would catch me off guard for some reason. It's like a dip in the track or something. It upset it about every time I hit it. I did it, I don't know how many times tonight, and then I got them fresh tires, and just trying to run them down. I pushed it way too hard and bounced it off the wall trying to race Curtis, and then just had to hold on for what I could hold on to there.
Well, yeah, listen, man, you did good. You got her, like I said, you got her to 3rd at a very, very difficult track tonight. It seemed like everybody was having a little bit of trouble. Was tire wear an issue at all? Was it tire heat that was a problem as the race went on? Because we know that the winner tonight had, I think, 50 lap difference in tires. Now, you were running them down. You were definitely flying through the field on the fresher tires. Did tires mean that much, or did it take 20 or 30 laps for tires to show a difference? How did that really work out?
I don't think they made that much of a difference because I think it was tire heat, because the lowest I think I ever got it was my right front was like an 89. That was the lowest one I ever got. And then if we had a long run and we were on semi-equal tires, the 22 would get slower and I would get faster than he was. But unfortunately, we didn't get a long, late run.
Hey, well, listen, man, congratulations on a P3. The floor is yours. You can shout out whoever you want to shout out, say hello to whoever you want to say hello to. Man, good run.
Just a shout out to y'all for putting on a great broadcast, and James and Curtis for hosting.
Well, absolutely, man. Well, listen, we're going to send you back to celebrate. And again, congratulations on a P3.
I appreciate it.
Yep. That was Benny Campbell in the number 27 Ford, Mobil 1 Ford, getting P3 here tonight. We're going to bring in, if we can, Ryan Steinhoff. Looks like he's in the chat there.
That was...
Hey Ryan, David the Booth, you got us?
Oh, hey guys, how you doing?
Hey, sorry to cut you off mid-sentence there, but hey, great run to come home P2 on a very slick and challenging New Hampshire Motor Speedway, so congrats on that. Walk us through your night a little bit. It just looked so treacherous for everybody.
Oh, 100%. It was hot and slick out there. It was my first ever race at New Hampshire as well, so it definitely didn't help. But definitely was kind of fun. It was just a lot of throttle control and bumps, and that combination is just not fun sometimes. But ended up being a lot of fun. Rough start for me, started up front, but then immediately lost it, and kind of fought back there, then lost it again, then fought back there at the end. So that was a lot of fun. I mean, big shout out to Chris. He was just perfect the whole night. It seemed like he knows that track and he's got the grip there, man. It was a good run by him.
Yeah, listen, man. Of all the different lines folks were running all night long, you were running almost a third groove. Did you find something up there that worked for you or that you liked more? Because I noticed that at times when you had to try to pass somebody low, it just seemed like it was almost impossible to get off the corner. But when you were running that high side, you could hold guys off forever, it seemed like. And then eventually you would overtake them and end up running away from them. So being the first time running here, is that something you tried in practice or did you just learn it as the race went on?
More so learned as the race went on. I could not get the grip going through 1 and 2 over the tunnel. I was sliding and jumping and I couldn't hold it. So the only place that I knew I could feel safe at was up there. And I was like, that's just where I'm staying. Anytime I drop down below that, it's when I spun. So
yeah, well, listen, man, it worked out for you for a P2 tonight. Congratulations on that. Listen, anybody you want to say hi to or shout out to or whatever, the floor is yours.
Yeah, just shout out to, anyone watching. You guys for putting on the broadcast. It's super appreciated. I love going back and just watching it. And shout out to Chris for absolutely dominating the race, even though I may have accidentally made him a little loose and made him earn his win, but didn't seem like that bothered him too much.
Yeah, man. Well, listen, it was very fun to watch. Thank you guys for putting on a great show. It was definitely a fun race to call. Congratulations on a P2, man, and we'll send you back, and hopefully we're talking to you next week.
Thanks, guys.
All right, we'll see you. That was Ryan Steinhoff in the number 74 Chevrolet coming home in second position. Do we have Chris Essery?
Yes, Chris is in the chat. I'll pull him in. Hey, Chris, Dave and Dave in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you guys.
Hey, Chris, first off, congrats on pretty much, for the most part, dominating performance here at New Hampshire. I know it didn't come too easy for you as you had some issues and had to work your way through the field there a couple times, but pretty good solid run for you. So congrats on the win. And I wanted to ask you this because this is something I picked up on when we ran our race here. And Benny Campbell made mention of this. Out of turn 2, is there a weird little spot in the track that sometimes would just get the car loose for what seems like no reason whatsoever?
Yeah, definitely. When I lost it exiting too low, and I believe not up against the wall, but like slightly off the wall. Those 2 spots out of 2 are, yeah, it'll come around on you no matter what you do.
Yeah, well, look, watching you do this, man, putting on one heck of a performance. First of all, this is, I believe, your second win. You swept all the stages and won the race at Gateway. And then coming here tonight and putting on one hell of a show out there, just really spanking the field. But is this a track you're familiar with, something that you enjoy running here at New Hampshire, or did it just happen to be that you found something in practice, or how did that work out for you?
Yeah, I like New Hampshire. I wouldn't say it's one of my favorites though. It's just more of it's a marathon. So I found my race pace, and no matter if I was trying to get through the field or ahead, I just kept hitting my same entry points and never tried to push it. As soon as you start doing that, this is the type of track that will send you backwards.
Well, listen, you were able to do it on some of the oldest tires in the field here tonight in that last run. We didn't know how, being up here, we couldn't really tell how the tires were going to play out, if heat was a problem or wear was a problem. But it didn't seem like anybody had anything for you tonight. 74, he was able to battle your outside a couple of times, but once you would get clear of it, man, you just seemed to pull away each and every time. Congratulations on the victory tonight. The floor is yours. Anyone you want to say hi to or shout out to, the floor is yours.
Yeah, just shout out to my brothers, crew chief and me, this race and last race, so I got to give a lot of it to him. Great strategy calls. And you guys for broadcasting. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. That's one of the things we mentioned about crew chiefs. So folks at home, he's running with a crew chief. See, we were telling you that those are real people sometimes. So, yeah. Well, congratulations to you and your brother, I believe you said it was, on the victory tonight. And hopefully we'll be seeing you in victory lane next week.
Thank you, guys.
All right, buddy. Take care.
You too.
That was your winner, Chris Essery, in the number 22 Pennzoil Ford. He and his crew chief getting it done tonight. So congratulations to them on the victory. Second victory of the season, and a very short season for Essery, as he joined a little bit later in the going here, but has clicked off 2 wins thus far and put on one heck of a show here tonight.
Yeah, this is definitely was a fun race. Like I said, action all over the track at times. We couldn't even keep up with it. So just a wild, crazy race here at New Hampshire.
Yeah, without a doubt. 13 cars finishing on the lead lap tonight, starting with Chris Essery, your winner. Ryan Steinhoff finishing in second with Benny Campbell third. Zulu comes home in fourth. Curtis Sauber rounding out the top 5. James Nelson sixth. 7th, Michael Kerjelak, and 8th, Lee Walter Huber.
9th goes to Clayton Cyrus. 10th to Michael Boone. 11th, Tyler Nelson. 12th, Tyrone Yo Jr. 13th, Tommy Osborne. 14th, Kenneth Pack. 15th, Gregory Robinson. And rounding out the field in 16th goes to Michael Bovair.
Well, Dave, I've enjoyed this with you here tonight at New Hampshire. I can smell my lobster cooking. I'm going to go get a bite of that, but I do appreciate you putting on this with me, man. And for SimWorld Racing Network, everyone watching tonight, we do appreciate you. As always, we will be on the air Sunday for, where are we going Sunday? The Truck Series, the All-American Racing League Truck Series will be, I should have had this information. I always wait until I'm a little late to do this, but that's okay. We are going to be running at Pocono. So Pocono in the trucks. Is that this? Yes, that'll be this Sunday. Pocono in the trucks. And then Tuesday, we'll be running the All-American Racing League Cup Series. Nathan Christensen will be bringing all the action to you, as Dave and I will be in cars for that race at Pocono. Actually, Dave, you're not going to be there. I'll be in the race Tuesday.
I will not be at Pocono.
I will be in Pocono in a race car, so be sure to tune in to watch that. Root for the 15 if you want to. And then back here next Friday, we are headed to... Dave, you're leaving me stuck here, man.
Oh, sorry. Hold on one second.
Okay, we will be in Nashville.
Nashville.
Heading out to Nashville for the Quick Finishers Racing League right here next Friday night. So be sure to tune in. Hit that thumbs up button if you've enjoyed yourself tonight. Subscribe to the channel. Ring the notification bell so you don't miss any of the action here on the SimWorld Racing Network. For Dave and myself here in the booth, we've enjoyed our time with you tonight. Have a good one. We'll see you next time.